Okay, Eric. So I'm not quite ready for retirement, but I have friends that are in that process, starting or about to start in a few, maybe a year or two. And some of them are considering annuities. But when I watch your videos and so forth in regards to retirement planning, I hardly ever see annuities being recommended as a tool for retirement planning. Is there a place for annuities in the overall retirement planning, horizon, if you will?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. I almost made an annuity video 2 weeks ago. I would have loved to do it actually. I don't really know exactly why. If is it okay if I ask you a quick question or two just to
Sure.
understand your interests? Is this
Mhm.
partly because you have friends who have had good or bad experiences with them, or you're
Absolutely.
wondering for yourself, like, how should I consider this? And maybe just
Both.
share a little bit of the context of your own experience with
Both. I
that.
have friends who have already contracted on annuities, and they talk to me about it. I used to be I used to be a licensed annuity and insurance agent a long time ago. So I've given them a little bit of advice, but I like to hear second opinions, current opinions on the topic. So that's really the reason why.
Okay, that's helpful. Yeah, I mean, I'll just share my opinion, in where they fit. I think every financial planning is kind of more art than science. So everyone has opinions, and there's a lot of ways to like make retirement work. I think there's definitely a possible place for annuities. There are trade offs to annuities, as there are to everything, in my opinion. The primary element that I think this is understandable to most people and obvious in most cases. The annuity is a psychological trade off, which is a bid for certainty, where someone's willing to give up flexibility. Because I think that's like always the spectrum that we're thinking on. If you think about like what is the S&P 500, it's a bid for flexibility with a willingness to trade off or limit their certainty, if that makes sense. And then the
Yes.
riskier the asset, the more willing someone is to give up certainty in exchange for flexibility. So I think annuities, I'm kind of like tool agnostic. I think annuities definitely have a place for the right type of person. I think there's probably fewer people as a total cohort that they are well applied to than the amount of people who either purchase them or are convinced to purchase them, let's say. But I understand, but I think that the main part is like it's understandable because the psychological desire for certainty leads to and that product is like a very natural fit for that desire for certainty. And there's a lot more we could go into, I'm sure, and you feel free to interrupt me and ask me anything. But I don't know if that directly addresses your question, and I don't think it does exactly, but that's kind of broadly how I think about it. Real quick, let me show you the exact 3-pillar comprehensive retirement roadmap that takes retirees from uncertainty to peace of mind that less than 1% of retirees actually have in place. Now, I've built hundreds of these for retirees, and I can say with a high degree of confidence that these are the 3 pillars every retiree needs to have in place in order to have full confidence that they're not missing anything in their retirement plan. And I broke each of these down by the specific questions. You can see them here that each needs to be answered and the best way to answer them. Now, we've done this across pre-retirees, recent retirees, married couples, single retirees, $1 million portfolios, $10 million portfolios, all the above, and it works. And it's my gift to you today. It's absolutely free. It's in the first link in the description below this video. It's going to say free comprehensive retirement roadmap training. Just click the link, enter your info, and you'll get instant access all for free.